why do you think the regional powers in there's support for the Palestinian people and even amongst the people in the world, but also amongst a number of governments, whether it's European, in Spain, South Africa, Latin America, a lot of states have come up and spoken really kind of strongly for the Palestinian people. But you don't really see that support in the region. Why is that? Like, why are regional countries, are they not bothered about what's happening in Palestine, or do they actively want to suppress the Palestinian people?
Uh, yes, this is, I traveled to 45 countries, and as I said, I can make generalizations about behaviors of colonizers around the world based on this. And even today, the US is still trying to be a bigger colonizer, and they're talking about taking over Canada and Greenland and the Panama Canal and so on. Expansionist, and Israel is the same thing, talking about taking over. They're already in South Syria and in parts of Lebanon. And of course, 1/3 of the Sinai is essentially under their control. But you can make these generalizations, and they're logical, and you can bring evidence for them. But there is something unique about Palestine, which is precisely what you pointed out to. This is the first genocide, for example, in human history that is not perpetrated by one government. It's perpetrated by many governments, including the US government, the British government, the French government, the German government, the Australian government, who literally not just support, say, good for you, go commit genocide. They actually participate in the genocide with their weapons, with their personnel, even with their intelligence, with their protection of Israel at the international courts and at the UN and so forth. This is very unusual in world history of genocides, and we had lots of genocides in our human history. Now, to explain this, you have to explain it based on the presence of a very strong Zionist lobbies in those countries. This is also very clear and easily demonstrated with evidence and documents about who gets, for example, the US government now, doesn't matter whether it's, they have every 4 years, they may have a quote unquote peaceful transfer of authority, but it's peaceful transfer between one Zionist puppet and another Zionist puppet. Like in this case with Biden to Trump. Both of them are beholden to the Zionists and cannot go against the Zionist wishes. This is because of a very strong lobby. We have to really respect how strong this lobby is around Western countries, especially, facilitated by mostly Jewish individuals who are supportive of Israel and Zionism, but also some Christian, quote unquote, Zionists, even though I think you cannot be a Christian and a Zionist at the same time if you really follow the teachings of Jesus. Well, there are also some Muslim Zionists, but anyways, it's a irrationality in my humble opinion. But that's what we have, and unfortunately, they also have a strong influence on the media and on the levers of powers like corporations like Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, or Elon Musk and others who are Zionists at their core, and they want to support Israel, come right or wrong, and so we face a big challenge on that front to develop an agenda for human rights or for justice or for peace. Instead, what we have is an agenda that is dominated by power dynamics and money and resources that are directed towards destruction and wars. And also, by the way, infecting our climate with climate change and so forth, destroying our planet, this capitalist greed that allows people to just keep burning fossil fuels and profit from them. And there's big corporations who are making big money from wars, like Halliburton and General Electrics and so forth. And even the technology companies like Google and Microsoft, who have also been infiltrated by Zionists, who helped Israel with artificial intelligence to commit genocide. Israel is the first country on earth to actually use artificial intelligence and the best
Yes.
technology to commit genocide.
Yeah, shameful and it's disastrous. Hey there, I hope you're enjoying this episode. Let me just take a moment to introduce our sponsors for today. This episode is kindly being sponsored by the Worldwide Listings Company Limited, or WLC for short. WLC is a complete A to Z Amazon account management service. So if you're looking to start an e-commerce business, or you already have a business that you want to take to the next level, then get in touch and WLC will be able to help. Just for transparency purposes, let me also mention that WLC is a company that I personally created and am a director of. So when you get in touch with WLC, you will be speaking with directly myself or my team, and we very much look forward to speaking with you to see how we can serve your needs. Thank you, and with that said, let's get back to the episode.